Honey Walnut Shrimp is one of my favorite dishes to make, and it was one of the dishes that really defined a key point in my career as a young upcoming chef.
Hey watcher, being diagnosed ASD was a definite challenge for me growing up. And you know what? People told me that working in the hospitality profession would be definitely impossible. And I gotta admit, it has had some of its challenges. But one of the benefits I've had is I am a visual learner. This dish that I'm creating for you today in this video, I can visualize it entirely in my head. In fact, I'm taking two classic shrimp dishes and I'm combining the flavors into one classic dish. And right now, I'm gonna show you how.
My name is Chef Tom Dickinson. Sit back, relax, and fasten your seatbelts, guys. It's time to watch me cook.
Let's get cooking. Hey watcher, how you doing? Welcome to this video. If you're new to the channel, you already know who I am. I'm Chef Tom Dickinson. Don't forget to hit the like and don't forget to subscribe and to support what we're doing. Also, check out all of our other content pages right here. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch. And it's going to be amazing. All right, honey walnut shrimp. This was one of the dishes, as I said before, really helped me open up and find my niche as a chef. I am very proud of the fact that I am eclectic and I serve eclectic cuisine and just stuff that comes up on top of my mind. It's a really good thing. So you know what? I'm going to quit talking. Let's get to it. First things first, let's get our meats.
For this dish, I'm going to need honey, walnuts, seasoned rice vinegar, soy sauce, jalapenos, ginger, and I'm going to need garlic. For our garnish, we'll be using toasted coconut, and I'll be topping it up with some green scallions. For the shrimp, I'm going to use 2 pounds of frozen shrimp, marinate in ginger and garlic, and use coconut milk and curry powder to finish it off.
Coconut milk? Curry powder? Ginger? Garlic? You're probably asking yourself, where's the sweetened condensed milk? Where's the mayonnaise? I don't do that. This is my version. And by the way, you may have noticed a coconut on there. Yeah, I said we're going to combine two classic dishes and make them into one. So technically, we're making a honey walnut coconut shrimp. So you know what? If you want to know how I put that together, keep watching the video. Let's get our prep done.
I decided to use my Turkish mincing knife because I knew it would be good for crushing aromatics. I start with breaking down a bulb of garlic, breaking it down into its pieces, and crushing my garlic for my marinade and for my sauce. Next, I'm going to break down my ginger. I'm going to get some chopped into pieces and save some as whole. And I'm not going to bother to peel it because I'm not going to use any for the sauce. It's just for flavor.
I learned this ginger trick on a YouTube short. If you want to check out that video, check out my friend Philip Lemoyne and his YouTube short on how to break down ginger. The link to that video is in the description. It was awesome.
I finished crushing my ginger for the marinade, and then it's time to start breaking down the jalapenos. I just simply slice them in half, get them ready to go, and then I put them in the containers so I have them ready to go for my sauce. Now I'm going to cover everything up and make sure I have it covered and ready for when it's time to cook.
All right, all the chopping's done. Let's get this marinade together and let's get these shrimp marinated.
I'm toasting some curry powder because I really want to open up those spices and bring out all their flavor. When I'm done, I'm going to add it to my bowl and I'm going to follow that by my ginger and my garlic that I had crushed before. I'm going to finish that by adding 2 cans of coconut milk, and of course, I'm going to season my marinade with salt and pepper. Once it's seasoned to my liking, I'm going to whisk my marinade together to make sure I incorporate everything. After that, I'm going to place my shrimp into a plastic container. I'm going to pour the marinade over my shrimp, and then I'm going to put a plastic lid over it to make sure that my container is airtight. When I'm finished with that, I'm going to set my shrimp in the fridge, and I'm going to let it sit there for a couple of hours so I can really develop those flavors.
All right, the shrimp are marinating. We're going to let those sit for a while. It's time to make the honey walnut sauce.
I'm starting off with sesame oil and vegetable oil. When I'm done with that, I'm gonna add some ginger and some garlic that I crushed to my pan. I'm gonna stir it around a little bit and start letting those aromatics sweat. I'm adding my jalapenos to the mixture, and I'm gonna start letting those sweat as well till the skins get blistered. Now that my aromatics have cooked, I'm starting to add honey to the mixture. Next, I'll be adding some rice wine vinegar and letting that mix in as well, followed by some gluten-free soy sauce. Now I'm going to mix everything together and let those flavors marry. Once I bring this up to a boil, I'm going to take my pot, I'm going to take it off the heat, I'm going to set it on a back burner, and I'm just going to let it steep like a tea. While I'm letting those flavors marry, I'm going to put my coconut on a sheet tray. I'm going to put it in a 375-degree oven for about 5 minutes. While I'm waiting for my coconut, I'm going to bias cut some green scallions so I can have another nice garnish for my shrimp dish. Garnish is great, and I really want this to be nice. So here you go, and this is how they're going to look. My garnish is ready. Now it's time to take the coconut out of the oven. My coconut is toasted, and it's nice and golden brown. It's ready to go.
All right, everything's ready to go. Our prep is ready. It's time to bring all this together. Let's get cooking.
The first thing I'm going to do is get some rice going. I'm going to pour some rice into my rice cooker. I'm going to measure out some water and get it closed and get it cooking. My rice is cooked for a while, so now it's time to cook. I got my oil in my pan. I'm going to throw some walnuts in there and start getting the walnuts to toast and fry a little bit. Once the walnuts have fried a little bit, now we're going to start adding the shrimp. I dredged my shrimp in rice flour, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I've got my sauce poured on my shrimp. They're ready to go. I'm going to start getting those to come together. And as they come together, they're going to glaze really, really nice. And now it's time. The rice is done. Let's get this on the plate.
We brought this dish together. It's good. Let's plate it up and let's taste it.
First, I start out with my rice. Then I lay down my shrimp. Then I'm going to garnish with toasted coconut. And I'm going to finish it with some green onions. And all I've got to say to that is, order up.
All right, let's try it. All right, absolutely delicious. Really, really good dish. It's awesome. And you know who else is awesome? You are. And you know what? Like I always say, if people tell you in life that you can't do something, look them in the face and say, watch me, like I did. They told me I could never become a chef because of my autism diagnosis. Look at me now. Not only am I a chef, not only am I educating people to become chefs, I'm also standing in front of you making cooking content as well. So you know what? Get out of here. Go be awesome, and we'll see you next time.